Eagle fans. We've got a little bit of a preview here with Annabelle and Rita for the 2024 volleyball season here at Central Methodist. First question, I got to go to Annabelle. What did you think? What was going through your mind when Coach Lee approached you about playing another year?
I was actually, like, a few weeks before he asked me, I was like kind of debating like if I made the right decision, because I was like, am I gonna miss it, am I not gonna miss it? And then whenever he texted me, I kind of used that as a sign of like, I'm gonna miss it and like I need to come back and I need to take my 5th year. I was gonna be here anyways, so might as well take my 5th year doing what I love. And yeah, I knew that it was the right decision to say yes whenever he asked me to come back.
Rita, what has it been like for you just to come here to Fayette and coming from overseas? I'm sure it was a big culture shock, but what has just been your experience here at CMU?
I really like it here. I feel like it's a small school, so you get to know a lot of people. Like, I have tons of friends, and we have, I feel like, a lot of support from our fans and other student athletes. We usually have pretty good crowds. And I don't know, I just like it here. It feels like a big family in our team, but also with other teams. I feel like everyone supports each other, and I really like it here. It's really nice. It's a really good culture.
How do you feel like, Annabelle, the leadership is for this team? You had a lot of seniors graduate from last year, 3 of your top 4 co-leaders. How has that transition been for you going into this year, maybe becoming a little bit even more of a leader?
It's a change for sure, like being one of the only seniors that kind of stuck around, which I wasn't even going to stick around, and then I'm coming back. And then with our junior class now becoming our senior class, I think we kind of had to realize, like, hey, like, we lost some of these girls that were our leaders for years. Like, we have to replace them, but not only do we have to replace them, we almost have to do a better job of leading this team, because most of our team is new this year. So we have to kind of turn into those leaders that these girls are going to look up to, and that they're going to trust that we know what we're doing, but we also have to put the trust in them that they know what they're doing.
Rita, what have been some of your main things you've really tried to focus on this offseason as you try to improve as a player?
So this year I'm playing a new position. I was outside hitter my sophomore year, and then I redshirted last year because of an injury, and now I'm a libero. So I'm just really working on adjusting to this new position. Defense is one of the biggest aspects that I didn't do as much as an outside. So I think that's my main focus right now, and service youth as well, and also being a leader for my teammates and someone that they can count on to pick them up, and just being a good teammate overall.
Annabelle, do you have any particular pre-game routines or things you like to do during the day to get your mind right for a match?
Honestly, no. Like, if I remain calm and I treat it just like a normal day, I'm the one that if I try to do too much, and I'll psych myself out and this and that. So if I just take it like I would any regular day, come to the locker room, get my mind right, then that's basically my routine.
What about you, Rita? Do you do the same thing, or do you actually have some particular things?
I like to have my headphones on, listen to my hype music, and I always have an energy drink with me, Alani.
Alani sponsor
I think that pretty much is. Also, we, before games, as a team in the locker room, we have a speaker, and we like to play some music and hype each other up. So I think that's a fun part of game day for us.
And maybe as now, Annabelle, this will probably be your last year.
Yeah, I have no more years left.
What legacy do you just want to leave off of this program?
I want to be the type of player that girls strive to become, not even just play-wise, but leadership-wise, the way that I talk to people, the way that I celebrate others, because I'm one, I like to celebrate others people's successes more than I celebrate my own, and I think it's really important that all the girls start to understand that. Celebrate others more than you celebrate yourself, and then that's how people are going to find that trust in you. They're going to become even more excited, and then they'll start to give you the same energy back.
Rita, what about any sort of individual and team goals you have for this year?
Team goals, a rank for sure, and going to nationals, actually going to Sioux City. And then individual, honestly, I just want to be the best version of me as a player and a teammate that I can be. I would like to be all conference. That's definitely a very high goal that I have in my mind. And yeah, I'm going to do everything that I can to reach it.
I guess my final question is just maybe a little bit from both of you. What is it going to take to achieve that?
One thing that we've been kind of preaching is trusting each other and doing our own job, because if we each do our own job, that's one like major rule change on the court, and then we're able to put more trust within each other. And then I think it's very important, especially with a sport like volleyball, like everyone has to be playing their best, everyone has to be on. So if we can have that little bit of trust, then it's just going to benefit us in the future.
What about you, Rita?
I think that one thing this season that we've talked about a lot is not being just a team but a family as well, because that's what actually wins the hard games. It's if we actually trust each other and if we all get along and are actually a family, us girls and the staff, the coaches, we need to all have this trust so we can stick together during hard times and when we're under pressure. So I think that's one of the most important things this season.
Well, Annabelle, Rita, thank you so much.
Thank you
For having us. Go Eagles.
Hello, Eagles fans. We're continuing to preview the CMU volleyball season for 2024. I'm here with Coach Lee. Coach Lee, the first question I got to ask you is, it's been almost a decade that you've been here in Fayette. What has just that experience been like for you?
It's been different. I mean, coming here as an assistant, I really would have never thought that this was a place that I was going to call home and stay for so long. And honestly, I really didn't even think the opportunity for being the head coach would come open as quickly as it did. Allison had been here for so long and was a friend and a mentor, but then whenever the job came open, we had so much success here. Obviously, Dr. Parisi was a huge part of me wanting to step into that role, and it's just worked out from there.
And what have been some of your building philosophies just to build such a consistently high competitive team?
I think it's all about expectations, and it's also about recruiting competitive kids. I always tell kids in the process, I hate losing at anything. On the academic side, I always want us to be top of the campus in terms of GPA. I always want us to be top of the conference. Our goal every single year is to go to the national tournament. So I think recruiting girls who have those same goals and that same competitive edge, wanting to win in everything that we do, makes it easy to train in here because they're constantly focused on getting better and doing what we need to stay at the level that we've been at for so long.
I don't know, you're talking about players that are competitive. I know Rita and Annabelle fall into that category. What has it been like to have them take up even more of a leadership role with three of your major senior kill leaders graduating?
I mean, Annabelle has been in that group, honestly, since her freshman year. We were lucky enough after my 2019 campaign, whenever we won the conference tournament and then actually won a pool at nationals, we had enough local kids who were really, really talented playing in my club that we were able to bring in kids that we knew would continue the culture over a long period of time. Obviously, Crystal and Callie were a big part of that, but Annabelle fit in right as soon as she got here, and she was another one of those kids that we've had since probably 15's year. So she's always continued that culture. She always wants herself to be better, wants her teammates to be better. Rita was just a pleasant surprise, and honestly, I think last year taking off with the ACL tear was good for her to see the game from a different angle, and she was really another voice on the bench, and I think the girls developed the trust in her last year. Whenever they would come off the floor, her telling them what shots were open, you know, her leading the bench and then into the huddles, really developed that trust with the girls this year to where they want to do what the other girls are asking because they know how important it is to be bought in, and they know that the process works because they've done it before.
I think you've already gotten to see some of it in your first three matches, but maybe somebody that you feel like is a breakout candidate that maybe people don't know around here enough, and they're going to really show themselves.
I mean, there's a lot of them. There are two who honestly haven't been seen at all. We had some early season injuries. They competed in the scrimmage at Columbia College where we did very, very well, probably the best that we've ever played Columbia College. And then after that, they've been out. Hoping to see at least one of them this weekend. I think Mia is going to be a huge surprise to people. She trained with us all spring. Obviously, we lost the middle last season. She's a big-time point scorer. And then from the setting position, we have a couple freshmen who have learned the offense extremely quickly. They play great defense. Our girls trust them to put a ball in the right spot. So I think people are going to be really surprised from a overall standpoint of how we run our offense this year, because it's going to be really different than what people have seen in the past.
And you've got a lot of matches upcoming this week. What are some things you want to achieve as a team?
We want to win. We want to win at home. That was one of the girls' goals this year is we want to put on a show for our crowd. This weekend's going to be about as tough as it gets because we've got Mobap, Columbia, Texarkana, who had a really, really good season last year, Bethel, who has already beat a top 25 opponent in Montana Tech. So it's going to be tough for us, but I think we just want to see what we're capable of. Our opening weekend was good to get our feet wet, especially for having so many new faces in the lineup. And now I think we want to be tested. I think they actually want to see what we're capable of and what level we can really play at.
My last question is what do you think it's going to take for a group like this to take the next step, get back to winning conference tournaments, be more of a national contender when you get to the tournament time? What is it going to take for that group to really gel?
Honestly, just improving every day. I mean, we are so good right now and we are so talented, but we're so new. So it's really just getting to know each other. They're building trust every single day. I mean, it's kind of crazy to see that we are such a new group because the dynamic in the gym is just amazing. They want to do well for each other, but there are just little things, communication-wise, mechanics-wise, that some of these girls just haven't been trained on in the past, drills in practice that they haven't seen before. So I think it's just going to come with time. There's nothing right now that I feel we are missing from a talent perspective or from a play perspective that would keep us out of the national tournament. We just have to peak at the right time. And the last couple seasons, I feel like we've been so connected and so returner heavy that we peak early in the season. Other teams continue to get better. We kind of just glide, knowing how talented we are and that we thinking that we can turn it on at the right time, and it hasn't happened. So I'm most excited about this group, seeing what level of volleyball we're actually playing at the end of the season.
Well, thank you so much, Coach.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Good evening and welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse in Fayette, Missouri, where we have a fantastic matchup set up here for the Central Methodist Eagles home opener to begin the 2024 volleyball schedule. We have the Missouri Baptist Spartans out of the St. Louis area traveling in to take on the number 18 ranked CMU Eagles. We've got starting lineups out about set to get started today. We'll let Gary Linhart take you through the national anthem, starting lineups, and then we'll be set to go. Missouri Baptist 2-7 entering tonight. Central Methodist 3-0 after sweeping the Viking Invitational. 2 sweeps in matches there as well, sweeping Graceland and Tabor and defeating William Penn 3-1 in their opener. But I'll let Gary Linhart take you through the rest of the opener, and we'll be ready to begin in just a few minutes.
We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA champions of character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would all please rise and remove your hats for a prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, fans, and officials the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes and ask that you protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you and all you do on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. First, for Missouri Baptist. At center, 5'11" senior, number 2, Mayana Coelho. The libero, a 5'6" sophomore, number 5, Julia Pereira. At middle blocker, a 6'2" freshman, number 9, Riley Kortkamp. The outside hitter, a 5'11" freshman, number 11, Lena Arsov. The opposite hitter, a 6'2" junior, number 12, Gabby Yakubowska. Defensive specialist, a 5'6" senior, number 16, Natalie Edson. And a middle blocker, a 6'1" junior, number 22, Cassie Lee. The Spartans are led by head coach Claire Oaks. She's assisted by Chris Nichols, Jackie Drury, Theo Knight, and Tom Young. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce today's starters for your Central Methodist Eagles. Middle hitter, a 5'11" junior from Jackson, Missouri, number 2, Mia Trankler. At middle hitter, a 6' grad senior from Jefferson City, Missouri, number 4, Annabelle Kate Mossen. And opposite hitter, a 6' junior from Madrid, Spain, number 11, Diana Nazeo. And outside hitter, a 5'11" junior from Lisboa, Portugal, number 16, Joanna Milo. At center, a 5'8" senior from Lodz, Poland, number 22, Gabi Bakari. next senior from Moore Hutt, New Zealand, number 23, Kelsey Walker. And a defensive specialist, the libero, number 24, from Porto, Portugal, Rita Campo. The Eagles, led by head coach Coleman Lee, he's assisted by Dustin Carrier and Vitor Miriati. Good luck to both squads.
Well, there are your starters for tonight's contest. Again, between the Missouri Baptist Spartans and the number 18th ranked Central Methodist Eagles. These are two programs that have been some of the best in the country in the last decade. In fact, the last losing season for Central Methodist was in 2014. Missouri Baptist, it's been longer than that. It's been a run of excellence for both of these two, and it's going to be a pleasure to get underway here today with two teams that look a lot different from their NAIA tournament runs from a year ago. Sarah Klunder has graduated from Missouri Baptist, an NAIA first teamer, two-time AMC Player of the Year. She's graduated from Missouri Baptist. If you're looking at CMU, Callie Henson, Crystal Bronner, Delaney Miller, Sydney Healy, Riley McBurney, just about everybody that was a main contributor from last season has graduated. So this is certainly a new look unit. And they've had about a week off since that Viking Invitational, where again they went 3-0, and they carry that record into today as Coleman Lee looks for this weekend to really test his team. It's going to be some tough contests against teams like Columbia College, Bethel College, Texas A&M, Texarkana. But that's for tomorrow and Saturday. Today is just a non-conference matchup with Missouri Baptist. These two will be conference mates going into next year. This matchup will be a conference game in the Heart, as the Missouri Baptist Spartans will be joining the Heart of America Athletic Conference for the 2025-26 season. Missouri Baptist was AMC regular season champs last year, tournament runners-up in the conference. Central Methodist competing with Park once again, but falling short for a Hart regular season title, nor could they capture the Hart tournament title. They fell in the opening round to Valley City State. But a new year is upon us. Gabby Ovkarek from Poland, who is averaging 6.4 assists per set, gets us underway. Here's a cratering shot by Gabby Jakubowska, 6'2" junior, and she is the point leader for the Spartans. 3.9 points per set, 3.4 kills per set. Last season, she was an AMC first teamer and a second team All-American, and she gets Missouri Baptist off to a good start. This is Tia Heikkinen. Service error there. And for Missouri Baptist, a big part of this 2-7 start has been the errors. Just a 133 hitting percentage entering today. So CMU standing around 250. Annabelle Mawson returning for another season. Graduate senior. Jakubowska sends another home for the Spartans. Giving them a 2-1 advantage. Jakubowska out of Poland. Trying to take up the scoring load after the graduation of Sarah Klunder. Mayana Quello sends it the other way. Good dig by CMU. Milo sends it across. Now it's set up for a shot, and a good one by Jimena DeFeo. DeFeo Jr. out of Madrid, Spain, averaging 2.4 points per contest entering this evening. A lot of kills, a lot of points to replace from last season with so much graduating. Rita Campos sends the next one across. Got a violation on Missouri Baptist. CMU now takes their first lead of the evening, a 3-2 advantage over Missouri Baptist. They were back-to-back national champs in 2021 and 2020. Set up for a shot across, and it's in play. Alina Arzov, 5'11" freshman from France, second leading points leader for the Spartans, 3.5 points per set. Louisa Arsafi. The next one across. And there's an error for Kelsey Walker. Back and forth we swing. There to get underway on this Thursday evening in Puckett Fieldhouse. 4-3 lead for Missouri Baptist. Arsafi averaging 3.8 assists per set. Sends it across. And there's a soft ball off the hands of Theo. And it's out of play. Couple of errors in a row here for CMU. Arsafi, another serve, and good spike there by Kelsey Walker. A powerful middle hitter from Northeastern Junior College, a JUCO transfer, originally from New Zealand. And the serve will now come from Giulia Ganelli out of Verona, Italy, a freshman. Floats it over, and here's the setup. An accurate shot from Alina Arzov. She's averaging 2.9 kills per set. CMU has not fared well against Missouri Baptist. In their 11 contests since 2005, the Spartans lead the series 10-1. There's a service error for Pereira. Gives an opportunity for CMU to get Lauren Farish into the contest. As Coleman Lee barks out some instructions to his unit. He's in his 6th season leading the Eagles. What a phenomenal job he has done, 123-40. His record. There's a service error, though, by CMU to give it right back to the Spartans. Now a 7-5 lead for MBU. Joanna Milo returns for the Eagles. The serve will come from Natalie Edson. 5'6" senior from Centralia, Illinois. Floats it over, and not enough aggression there from Milo to go get the dig. And it falls in front of her and gives MBU a 3-point advantage. Comes another from Edson. This time it's dug up by CMU, sent across. And a quick play over, a good stop by Ganelli. Shot by Maassen is off the hand of Arzov, and it's a point for CMU. Two-point deficit for the Eagles. Kelsey Walker will send this next one across. After the Eagles won 22 games last year, 22-11, and really found their groove in the conference stretch, going 14-3 in Hart play. Another service error for CMU. Arzov send it across for MBU. Power shot. Good setup, and it trickles along the net, but a point for CMU. Mia Trinkler. Chark into the ball game for CMU, and she'll serve it for the Eagles. Nia Trankler has been an important transfer for the Eagles this year from John A. Logan College, averaging 2.8 points per set. Gets stopped by DeTheo to keep it alive. Sent to the back line. And quick hit over, a good save by Campos. Back and forth. Musson sends it across, and miscommunication between Arzov and Pereira. A point for Annabelle Musson. That pulls the Eagles within one. The last CMU win against MBU came in 2019. And another service error for CMU, their third one of this set. Tia Heikkinen turns to serve. Line drive over Campos with the stop. Trankler puts it into no man's land and pulls the Eagles within one once again. Trankler last season at John A. Logan, 2.7 points per set, 1.6 kills per set, but she was ultra efficient and consistent. A 370 hitting percentage for the 5'11 junior from Jackson, Missouri. Annabelle Musson floats it over. Delivery and good denial of Jakubowska. Now Campos has a chance to put this in play. Trankler taps it over for a CMU point. And we have a tie ball game for the first time since we started the contest at 0 apiece. Ten set as we are underway in Puckett Fieldhouse. Musson with a delivery. Jakubowska sends it long. CMU has the lead. CMU right now 417 hitting percentage, MBU 333. With the experienced Boston helping to limit some of the service errors, but there is one again for CMU, their fourth one of this set. Ana Coelho, senior out of Brazil, transfer from Florida Southwestern State, floats it over. Set by Ochark, Upchart. It ends up in the net. Point for CMU on a bit of a chaotic sequence there. Good focus there from the Spartans to stick with it. CMU has the advantage, 12-11 with Rita Campos serving for the Eagles. Campos, the 5'8 senior from Portugal. Had to miss last season due to injury. Good spike, but a better dig by Campos. A bit of a long shot there by DeTheo, but it's off of a Spartan on the back line. And CMU has a 13-11 advantage. There really hasn't been back and forth contest between these two. Most of the contests have been either sweeps or 3-1 finishes. In fact, last season Spartans swept CMU in Columbia at the Southwell Complex, 3-0. Good block up front. Radicevic in there to help with the stop, and a timeout on the floor. CMU 14-11 lead as that last point goes to the Eagles. 3-point advantage on the Hart Conference Network. We return to action in the first set. The CMU holding on to a 3-point advantage, 14-11. Campos delivers across. There's a setup, and Radicevic will get the point, powering over Kelsey Walker and company. Luisa Arsufi. She has 21 service errors entering this evening. That's the highest for the Spartans. Kelsey Walker delivers it short. Plays it back off the net, and Milo puts it across and gives the point to CMU. Ganelli returns for the Eagles. Leticia Barrera. Sao Paulo, Brazil into the contest for the Eagles. Ganelli delivers it for CMU. Set up for Arzov. Dug out by Masin. Milo denied at the net. Perini. Fernanda Perini, 6'3", freshman, averaging 0.8 blocks per set. Pereira will deliver it for the Spartans. So back line set up for Barea. Oh, and a good stop across by Perini. Perini's starting to have her way for the Spartans. And Coleman Lee wants a timeout for the Eagles. We'll take the timeout with them. Missouri Baptist gets some points back, and they trail by just one on the Hart Conference Network. Turn to action in Puckett Fieldhouse after the timeout by CMU. Missouri Baptist with a little bit of a rally. And they trail the Eagles by just one, 15-14. Herrera with the serve and the setup, but a carry for CMU ties up the contest for MBU. Here's Pereira again, out of Brazil. Floats it, Campos with the stop. Set up for Barea. Good stop, and then Walker delivers a strong one that cannot be dug out by Arzov. Kelsey Walker has had a strong first set. Warren Farish into the match for Milo. Farish, a 5'8" junior from Springfield, Missouri, and a transfer from Missouri State West Plains Community College. CMU unable to make the stop at the net. Mayana Coelho, credit her. Back and forth we have gone. CMU holding on to an undefeated 3-0 record, number 18 in the country. Missouri Baptist 2-7, but still receiving votes in the last NAIA poll. Set up for Walker. Instead, it's for Berea. Arzov. Oh, a good stop. Arzov again. Campos in the back line. Set up for Walker. Another stop by MBU. Fantastic rally. Mawson puts it in the middle. Oh, and a good stop again by Campos. Mawson off to the back line. Set up again for Arzov. Stopped by Milo. Sent across by Mawson. Quick play over. Campos saves. Set over by Ganelli, and this time Arzov delivers for MBU to give the Spartans a hard-earned point. Lauren Strange in the contest for CMU. And Berea is off. Nellie Edson will deliver it for the Spartans. As MBU looks to find some rhythm this week. And so much of a new look of a team. Walker with the soft touch. Arzov puts off the side of her hand, and CMU ties the contest up. Mia Trankler returns for the Eagles. And Kelsey Walker will serve for CMU. Line drive, stopped by Pereira. Arzov, a hard stop off of Mawson. Off of Mawson and Trankler. Give the point to MBU out of bounds. Campos returns. And Arzov will deliver for the Spartans. A service error for MBU. Gabby of chart. Line drive, Arzov stops. Delivered across. Here's the setup for Trankler, and a good stop by Cassie Lee. It's been a good battle between the middle hitters. Cassie Lee and Kelsey Walker. Tia Heikkinen. Service for the Spartans. Oh, a good one from Trankler. With the graduation of Callie Henson, who averaged over 3 kills per set. Hart Player and Attacker of the Year. CMU is looking for the point scorers to replace somebody like her and Delaney Miller. Hard shot, but out of bounds by Jakubowska. As she tries to find some momentum early in this match. 1 point advantage for CMU as we have swung back and forth. And Annabelle Mawson delivers for the Eagles. Floater past the back line. Tied up as the service errors have been a killer for the Eagles in this first set. Now 5 of them for CMU. Coelho, the floater that scores for MBU. Kelsey Walker returns for Central Methodist. Correction, a point for CMU, 21-20. Lead here in the first set. As Puckett Fieldhouse continues to fill up. Campos floats it. Set up for Jakuboska, and Charek could not deliver for the Eagles. Luizar Sufi turns for MBU. Tied up at 21 in this first set between MBU and CMU. Charek, a softball place excellently by Jimena DeFeo to recapture the lead for CMU. Lawrence Strange and Ganelli return for the Eagles. Clarox in her first year leading the Spartans, replacing Chris Nichols. What a career Chris Nichols had as the head man for MBU, delivering 2 national titles. And he leaves off as the winningest head coach in the country at the NAIA level by winning percentage. Arzov, a well-placed spike. That ties it up at 22. Rux was a excellent 4-time captain at Southeast Missouri State, 3-time All-Ohio Valley Conference performer, 2-time OBC MVP, tournament MVP. Walker with a strong delivery. Pereira able to give it across. Over. A point for MBU. That left CMU scrambling off the reset of MBU. Pereira. Softball. Now set up in a hard shot by Milo. Arzov denied by the CMU line. Arzov again. And now Campos puts it in play for Milo. And a no man's land and scores for CMU. We're tied at 23. Anna Milo averaging 3.5 points per set and almost 3.5 kills per set as well. A Hart third-teamer last season. Farish serves for the Eagles. Line drive. Oh, and a hard shot there by Lee. Maassen taps it over, and a well-placed ball to give CMU a 2-point advantage and bring us to set point. And a timeout taken by Claire Ox as the Spartans look to regroup and try to rebound.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Set point for CMU, a 24-23 lead. And set number 1. Farish. Line drive and another service error for the Eagles, and that was not the spot for it. 6 service errors for CMU. Ellie Edson serves for the Spartans. Austin the tap, saved by Arzov. The back line. Milo with the stop. Mawson again. Off of Pereira. Set over by Arzov. Set up for Mawson again. A tap over. It's good. CMU once again puts us at set point. Annabelle Mawson. Incredibly important to get her back for another year as Coleman Lee convinced her to return with one more year of eligibility. Kelsey Walker off of Pereira. Arzov. Oh, and it trickles staying in play. A time at 25. Rita Campos returns for CMU. Arzov. Delivers for the Spartans. Nancy France. Off the back line, Milo Campos up to Mawson. Good stop, Mawson able to recover. Schrankler. And now set up once again for Strange. Back and forth rally. Pereira. For Jakuboska. Good save by Ganelli. Mawson. Oh, and it stays in. CMU takes the 1 point advantage again. They just got to find the kill shot here in this first set. Hernandez Theo returns for CMU. Gabby Chart serves for the Eagles. Oh, and that does it. Arzov could not return, and CMU takes the first set, 27-25. Able to play through some service errors, but they were the cleaner team in the return game with a 270 hitting percentage. And Missouri Baptist just 205. We'll take a break with CMU leading 1-0.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Welcome you back to Puckett Fieldhouse for set number 2 between the 18th ranked Central Methodist Eagles and the 2-7 Missouri Baptist Spartans, currently receiving votes in the top 25. Back and forth, first set. It took a lot to earn the victory for CMU. A couple of times we went to set point. Lynn Arzov set to deliver for the Spartans. All-American last year. Over the back line, Campos. And Trinkler taps it over. A dandy of a potential save, but Edson could not quite dig it out. Point awarded to CMU. Arzov, your kill leader for Missouri Baptist after that first set with 6. Yakuboska with 3 for Missouri, for CMU. Mia Trinkler and Annabelle Massa with 5 apiece. DeFeo with 4. Good battle at the net. Set up. Oh, a big strike by Cassie Lee. 6'1" junior out of Pinckneyville, Illinois. Averaging 2.5 points per set. Tia Heikkinen out of Finland, 5'6" freshman. Campos digs. Milo, good stop by the Spartans. Arzov now set up for Yakuboska. Milo taps out of bounds. CMU has had the more attackers, 7 of them, but they've also just had more attacks overall with 45 to 37. 37 attacks on the Spartans. Good save to Milo, and a better stop up front by Coelho. 3-1 advantage for MBU to begin the second set. And CMU looks for their first win over the Spartans since 2019. The last meeting here in Fayette, the Spartans swept the Eagles. Here's an error from the Spartans. 1-point deficit for CMU. Cassie Lee is out along with Heikkinen. Campos to serve for CMU. Line drive. Set up for Yakuboska. Good stop by Walker and company. Walker and DeFeo. Tied at 3. It was a back and forth swing of momentum in the first set. No team with a extended rally or run. Tapped over, out of bounds. Milo. Carini returns for MBU. Walker, no. Instead it was Milo. Akuboska. Campos. Set up for DeFeo. And a point for CMU. 5-4 advantage. Brooks are now tied at 4-piece. As DeFeo subs out. Ganelli in for the Eagles. Eagles averaging 13 kills per set during this evening. 19 kills thus far. As Massen gets some instructions from Dustin Carrier. Walker, no. Good stop by Barea. Another shot by Perini. And a tap out of play. Wade to stick with it by the CMU front line to give the Eagles a 5-4 lead. Here is Ganelli once again. Seven aces into tonight. Bosco with a point there for MBU. 5-5 tie ball game here in the second set. CMU leading 1-0. Kilo, hard shot. Pereira made the stop. A good back and forth results in the CMU point. Eagles lead 6-5. Martina Gonzado with some of her first action of this evening. 5'11" sophomore from Polk State. The setup, better denial by CMU. Court camp stop there. The CMU front line does their job once again. 7-5 advantage for the Eagles. Rhea and company doing a phenomenal job for the Eagles. Oh, good shot there, sneaking it in by Courtcamp. And Riley Courtcamp is replaced. Cassie Lee returns. Milo in for CMU. Pereira. Others to the back line. Walker off of Pereira. Good save by the Spartans. Campos, the setup. Walker turns on it and scores. 2-point lead for the Eagles. 8-6 here in set number 2. Yeah, Trinkler returns for CMU. Here is Walker. Line drive, Pereira digs. Arzov. Stopped by Ganelli. Up in play for Arzov. Stopped by Barea. Letitia Barea having herself a second set here. 6'1" junior transfer from Lee College. Eagles, 3-point advantage. Good stop once again by the Eagles front line. Set up for Barea from Walker. Out of bounds, MBU point. Campos replaces Walker.
For the Spartans, number 16, Riley Edson.
Edson serves for the Spartans. 2-point deficit here in the second set. Campos set up for a great spike by Trankler.
CMU's Trankler. Substitutions for the Eagles, number 22, Gunnar.
CMU really starting to find their flow in the second set. 214 hit percentage right now, 22 kills on 56 attacks. There's a service error again, creeping up for the Eagles. Off Chara kind of play that time.
Now heading for the Spartans, number 12, Scott. Assad to serve.
8 service errors for CMU. Something they definitely need to clean up. Arzov floats it. Off Charik. Off the nets. Violation, give the point to MBU. 1-point deficit now for the Spartans. As I believe neither side has been able to extend a lead past 3. It has been a razor-thin margin throughout this entire contest. Off the net and a lucky bounce for the Spartans. Mossy cannot stop it. A 3-point run for NBU. Tie up the ball game at 10 apiece. Campos, now delivery for Trankler. Better stop by the middle hitter for the Spartans, Cassie Lee. Several Spartans contributing there on the front line. Ace for Arzov. 2-point advantage for NBU. There's Arzov again. Masson. Campos. Now sent across by DeFeo. And a beautiful play over the finesse by Coelho. Senior from Brazil. Coelho averaging 7.3 assists per set. She gets a point of her own there. Trankler with a hard shot. And a stay over on the Spartan side and pull the CMU Eagles back within 2. Now it might be a chance for their run. As Masson delivers for CMU. Mia Trankler now leads the Eagles in kills with 7. Masson and DeFeo with 5 apiece. Herrera now up top for Jakuboska. Milo attacks from the left side. She's fired up. Milo being asked to step up this year. And she has answered, she has rung the bell. 1-point deficit for CMU. Masson again, floats it. Jakuboska, and it's off of Charik. It's a point for NBU, 2-point lead. Court Camp returns to the Spartans, along with Heikkinen. Service error by MBU. Rita Campos set it up for CMU. 5 blocks for the Spartans, 2 for CMU. And out of play, too strong from Campos. That has been a real problem for CMU. Ayana Coelho. Elo! Good stop. Coelho, Jakuboska across to Campos. Walker with the tap. Jakuboska the save. The back line and set up for Milo. Finesses it in. Jakuboska cannot get to it. MBU pleading their case. Thinking that, I believe, Guerrero thought she might have gotten her hand under it. MBU 15, CMU 14. There is the CMU front line. Walker. Released at 15. Set number 2, CMU took the first set. Took the first set 27-25. Back and forth contest between two of the best programs in the entire country through the last decade. Jakuboska sends it long. CMU 1-point lead. Julia Ganelli, 5'8" freshman, serves for CMU. Jakuboska digs it out. Campos sets. A violation on MBU. Point CMU. Two-point lead for the Eagles. Timeout on the court. Took a timeout with them. CMU a 2-point advantage over MBU. Return to action, the second set in Fayette, Missouri at Puckett Fieldhouse. Central Methodist, 2-point advantage over Missouri Baptist, the reigning AMC regular season champs. Ganelli to serve for Central Methodist. Back and forth contest. Here in Missouri, another service error. 9 service errors for CMU. Definitely their biggest issue right now for the first set and a half. Milo. Barrera. Campos with the dig. Barrea, the tap. Barrera, the dig. Jakuboska with a double hit. As Walker is right there. 2-point advantage for CMU. Martina Gonzalo returns for Central Methodist. Six digs for the Eagles, 21 for MBU. Set. Line shot by Arzov, a powerful right hand. Ends with a point for the Spartans. Lana Milo returns for CMU. Lana Milo. 1-point lead for the Eagles, 18-17. Barrera across to Campos. She bumps. Set. Walker. Kelsey Walker has brought the Thunder here this evening for Central Methodist. 6 kills now for her. 5 Eagles with 5 or more kills. There's a kill for MBU. Cassie Lee returns the favor. 19-18, Central Methodist lead in the second set. It's been a hard-fought contest. CMU taking the first set, 27-25, a 1-0 lead right now. Campos. Barrea cannot get to it. Natalie Edson plays it for the Spartans. Floater, Campos. Mussin. Good save, good dig by Arshafi. Set up. Barrea, powerful right hand, kicks out the goal, and the Spartans cannot get to it. Point CMU. 20-19 advantage. Off chart returns for the Eagles. She'll serve. Set up. Cassie Lee delivers it for MBU, and we're tied up at 20 apiece. Kuboska returns for Missouri Baptist. A service error by MBU. Arzov off the net. 21-20 advantage for the Eagles and the veteran Annabelle Massin. Serves for CMU. Floater, that's short. Back-to-back service errors. Neither team can capitalize. Heikkinen. Now served for the Spartans. CMU could not capitalize on the error. It's 1-1 apiece. MBU continues to struggle with the hitting percentage, only a 145. Thus far, and there's another point win for CMU, 22-21. CMU with a 260 hitting percentage right now. Rita Campos delivers for Central Methodist. And they pull away here late in the second set. It'll be their first time in all the meetings with MBU since 2005 that the Eagles have won 2 sets against the Spartans. Milo the tap. And MBU can't recover. 23-21 lead for the Eagles. And they find a way to close this set out.
Point goes CMU, 23-21, Eagles, timeout, Missouri Valley.
Timeout taken by MBU. With CMU holding on to a 2-point advantage late in the second set. We take a break on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
(23-21) advantage for CMU. We're in set number 2 in Puckett Fieldhouse as the number 18 Central Methodist Eagles to pull ahead 2-0 in the sets against the reigning American Midwest Conference champs, Missouri Baptist. Campos, reset. This is a big moment right now for CMU. Since at least 2005, CMU has not won 2 sets against Missouri Baptist. Jakoboska, Campos the bump, the set. Off for Pereira. Up high, Jakoboska delivers, a bump by Campos. Set up again by Avchari. Milo delivers across. A rally, Jakoboska. Campos with the dig. The tap, and it's good for CMU. DeTheo gives CMU a 3-point lead and brings us to set point. Campos to serve. A transfer from Ave Maria University all the way back in 2022. Transitioning to libero this year. Jakoboska, Campos to stop. The setup for Milo, denied at the doorstep. Coelho in there.
24-22, entering the contest for the Spartans, number 7.
Edson returns from Missouri Baptist. The Spartans trailing by 2.
Set point.
Set point for CMU. Coelho will deliver. Floats it. Campos, the bump. Walker, the tap. Pereira can't recover. CMU takes a 2-0 lead.
25-22 Eagles take set.
Big time for CMU to close out that set. And they lead Missouri Baptist 2-0, winning the second set 25-22 on the Hart Conference Network. We return to Puckett Fieldhouse in Fayette, Missouri. 2-0 lead for the Eagles over Missouri Baptist. And what has been a competitive, tight back-and-forth contest. The Eagles have just had the slight advantage. Gabby off chart. Serves for CMU to begin set number 3. And Yakuboska could not keep up with it. And CMU takes the 1-0 advantage. Missouri Baptist returning to the hitting percentage they came into today with. Only 133 entering this evening. They're at 134 on the night. There's a denial. Mia Trankler. Middle hitter, a junior from Jackson, Missouri. Last season at John A. Logan College. 2.7 points per set, 1.3 blocks per set. Off chart. Set up. Yakuboska. Attacks with the right hand, and Upchar could not stop it. Louisa Arsufi now serves for MBU. Again, CMU has not defeated the Spartans since 2019. Arzov stopped at the net. Arzov again, and this time it's wide left. 3-1 lead for the number 18 Eagles. This could be a season of transition right now for Missouri Baptist. The new head coach, one of their best players graduating from last season. Elo. Upchar keeps it in play. Campos up top. Good stop after the spike by DeTheo. Campos the bump. DeTheo again. Herrera bumps. Now Arza. Too strong, and CMU takes a 4-1 advantage. So it's a big season of transition when the country's winningest active head coach by win percentage steps away. Chris Nichols was the AMC Coach of the Year in 2023 as well. Just a lot of transition for the Spartans here to begin 2024. And as of now, we do not look like quite the same team as they were last season. 5-1 lead for CMU. Hawks used her final season of athletic eligibility at Jacksonville State, where she was a team captain in all conference selection. She is one of the more decorated players you'll see in the coaching profession. Missouri Baptist gets a point back, 5-2 lead for the Eagles. Campos, the bump, the set, Elo. Good stop by Arsufi. Tapped over, good save by Milo. Tapped by Maassen. Arsufi again, now set up for Arzov. Stopped at the net, and a good stop by Mia Trankler. 6-2 lead for CMU, and Mia Trankler is subbed off after phenomenal rotation on the floor. Campos to serve. Lead. Set up Maassen. Off the goal and all the way past the backstop. Annabelle Maassen bringing the thump there on that kill. Rita Campos again. Set up for Arzov, the tap. Up Chark, up top, Campos the set. And excellently placed by Joanna Milo. Could not have lined that up better. And Missouri Baptist needs a timeout as CMU has taken their largest lead in any set tonight. A 6-point advantage, and they lead the sets 2-0 as well. We're in set number 3 with CMU gaining control in the Hart Conference Network. Eight to 2 advantage for CMU in set number 3 over Missouri Baptist. To be the second win for CMU against Missouri Baptist in the last 12 tries. If they can close this out. Nilo, tap. Acharik. DeFeo, powerful, puts it through Cassie Lee and company. 9-2 lead for CMU. See if they can continue on this run and try to pull away. Rita Campos has been strong with the serves here as the libero in 2024. Floats it. Arzov stopped up front. Walker puts it right back. Have yourself a night, Kelsey Walker. 10-2 advantage for CMU. They are fully in the driver's seat. Seven kills for Kelsey Walker. 3 blocks as well. Tapped over. Joanna Milo. CMU, a 9-point lead. Fernanda Perini into the ball game for Malitza Didovic. There's a point for Missouri Baptist. Arzov with the kill. Arshifi. Edson will serve. Radicevic. Sets up at the front line. And Arzov gets the point for the Spartans. Correction. Radicevic now subbed off. Edson to serve. Charik in the tap. CMU by Collier. Tapped by DeFeo. Arzov the spike. Collier and DeFeo there on the stop. Another stop. Arzov denied again. And CMU holds strong. gives themselves an 8-point advantage. Atisha Barea in for CMU. Floater in no man's land. Lee off the side of Milo. MBU tries to regain some footing. Alina Arzov to serve for the Spartans. She's their kill leader right now, 8 kills. Also leads in errors though with 6 as well. Up and down night for her. 6 digs to go along with those 2 stats. Milo powers it. It's right back to Milo. This time she finesses. Played up by Jakuboska. She gets it back and stopped by Collier and company, along with Barea. Back to Jakuboska. Mawson for the back line. Pereira now set up for Lee. And it's over at Barea and Collier. Point MBU.
Cassie Lee, 6 CMU.
MBU cuts the deficit to 6. CMU won the first set, 27-25, and there's an error from MBU. Point CMU, 13-6 advantage. Then the Eagles came back and won set number 2, 25-22. Here is Martina Gonzalo. And for Alina Arzov, when it rains, it pours. Another error. 8-point lead for the Eagles. Trouble for Missouri Baptist. 9-point lead in set number 3 for the Eagles. Gonzalo trickles it over the net. Lee, the bump set up for Jakuboska. Stopped by Barea. Complete team effort tonight from CMU. Everybody has contributed. Ten-point lead for Central Methodist. Contest was back and forth through the first 2 sets. And now the Eagles have put their foot on the pedal and are really pressing the gas. Service error for MBU, and they look out of sorts. They need a timeout. Largest lead in a set tonight for CMU. An 11-point advantage, 17-6. We're in set number.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference. Champions in competition, leaders in life.
An 11-point lead in set number 3 for Central Methodist. 17-6 over Missouri Baptist. who was in danger of being swept by CMU. Possibly the first time ever, but at least for the first time in a long time. The first win for CMU over the Spartans since 2019. Lee denied. Austin and Collier in there for the stop. Wow. CMU has completely snowballed the contest in their favor. And Gonzalo to serve as MBU lost all steam. You can tell by the beginning of this set, they had lost their muster. Lee tap over, Campos to dig. Set up for Berea, point for the Spartans. Up next for the Eagles, it'll be Texas A&M, Texarkana tomorrow night at 7 p.m. For two contests on Saturday, hosting Columbia at 9 a.m. and Bethel at 2 p.m. Campos, the bump, Collier, beautiful tap. 12-point lead for Central Methodist. Mia Trankler returns for Coleman Lee's squad. Rita Campos is out. I think if you're Coleman Lee, as long as the Eagles can close this out, you have to be extremely pleased with how this contest has progressed. Walker. Set up for Jakuboska, and she puts one across. Overall, she has been held decently quiet, only about 2 points a set when she was averaging almost 4 entering this evening. And an overplay there too strong by Coelho. 5 points away from Central Methodist sweeping Missouri Baptist. Not the result we expected tonight. I mean, it was a nail-biter in the first 2 sets, but it felt like by about 20 points for the Eagles. Late in that second set, that's when the tie is really turned in their favor. And off Chark delivers another point. Now the Eagles just 4 points away. Claire Hawks continues to go to her bench. Chart, Pereira bumps, and Jakuboska now finds one, attacking from the right side. There's a kill for her. Mariah Bostic-Jones out of Jacksonville, Florida, and Ridgeview High School checks in for the Eagles. Saw the opportunity for Annabelle Mossin to be a leader. Getting some instructions to Bostic-Jones. It's Campos. Cannot relay that one. Arsafi now still serving for MBU. Campos with the dig, and big right hand, and there's the point for MBU off the return. Kirsten van der Vleuten, senior out of the Netherlands, got that point for the Spartans. 2-point deficit for MBU. Campos can't return that one. MBU finding some momentum here in the third set. Regardless of how this one finishes, it does not get any easier for the Spartans as they get to play part in their next contest. Bostic-Jones the bump, Mossin the tap. Perfectly executed by Annabelle Mossin, and a 10-point lead for the Eagles. Annabelle Massin, a part of 5 Eagles with 7 or more kills. Balanced effort from CMU tonight. Great dig by Massin. Milo. Herrera, the stop. Trickler can't make the stop against Vandervoot. Cassie Lee returns for Spartans. Herrera to serve for MBU. Massin the bump. Bostic Jones the set. Trickler out of bounds. Herrera. Campos the bump. Tapped over by DeFeo. Campos bumps again. Bostic Jones is set. Milo the tap. Herrera bumps. Big overhand by Perini is strong. And now CMU just 1 point away from set point. And a match point here. Just set number 3. Collier is in. 5'11" freshman just down the road at Hickman High School. Campos, line drive. Good denial by Milo and company. Match point, 10-point advantage for CMU here in the third set. What a performance tonight from Central Methodist. Campos, trouble for the Spartans. Barrera gets it back more, taps it over, and it is in play. And Spartans get a point. Edson to serve. Campos, Bostic Jones. Oh! Milo delivers the dagger. And for the first time in a few years, CMU defeats the Spartans in authoritative fashion. A 3-0 sweep. As Missouri Baptist is dominated in the third set. A 10-point win. 25-15. It was back and forth in the first set. 27-25 win in the first set for CMU. 25-22 in the second. And 25-15 here in the third set. Missouri Baptist falls to 2-8. Now has to go play Park as they just try to regroup in this young season and find some identity early on. But Coleman Lee has to be extremely pleased with his Eagles tonight as they move to 4-0 before they take on Columbia tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Great performance overall by the Eagles as 243 hitting percentage, MBU under 100, 37 assists, 41 kills, 41 digs as well, 9 blocks for the Eagles. And just overall a complete balanced performance. Again, with 5 Eagles with 7 or more kills. Milo the leader with 9. Mia Trinkler right behind her with 8. Massin, DeFeo, Walker with 7 apiece. Arzov and Jakuboska tried themselves with 8 kills apiece. Cassie Lee with 5.